Welcome to this week's Blonde Intelligence. I'm your host, Ms Roni, and I always seek to give you exquisite cranial repertoire. It seems like, again, I'll be saying something about love and hip-hop Atlanta. And this time it is about Joc and Kendra. Now, I don't know what storyline they have going on or whatever, or what is making Kendra feel better, but I remember maybe a year ago, it may be 2 years ago, that Tasha K came on her platform and said that Joc had been messing around with her stepsister. And she said that she wasn't playing, that it was her real stepsister. So, it's been years, allegedly, off and on, and I don't know what the deal is with Kendra and why she called that lady a whore, and the comments was eating her ass up on it, and why she's tried to sit there, to me, and it comes off as because she's educated, she's better than any of the rest of them. Now, to me, and I could be wrong, from what I see with that whole situation, is Joc have it where if he want to go back to any one of those baby mamas, he could, and they would let him. I don't know what he got going on, but I understand that the mothers of your children have to get along, but nobody said that they had to intermingle like that. That right there is a strange kind of situation. And to me, Kendra is sitting there like she is the head honcho. But every time she get mad, she's threatening the divorce. And seem like mad at the women, but not mad at the man. And the only thing that girl said so far that I saw was it wasn't no one-night stand. For which we know that it wasn't a one-night stand. And if Kendra is saying that's what Joc told her, well, I hope that you watching with us when he said there was somebody that he used to know. And I don't even think that is the full story. Because I think Joc gonna say whatever he need to say that's gonna sound the best at the time. Now, as far as that woman, I can't remember, Gloria, that's her name. I'm sure that she didn't think that she was coming on to the show to be called a whore and looked at as, and tried to be looked at in the light that Kendra wanted to make her look. I think that was real messed up on Kendra's part. And Kendra, she need to check herself, because I see a lot of insecurities there. And I don't know what everybody else have going on, but as a woman, and you with me, and you supposed to be my man, you supposed to make me feel secure in everything. I shouldn't have to wonder about anything. And to even try to put any type of doubt in my mind, that right there is grounds for termination for me. So, I don't know how many chances he get with her, but with me, I'm the type, I say it, and I might even come back to you. I said this before. I might even come back to you and be like, hey, I don't like X, Y, and Z. What? And if you still treat me funny, hey, good riddance to bad rubbish. Out of there. Now move on to Trick Daddy and his tiff with the AKAs. So from my understanding, it was like a regional conference for the AKAs, and they was having a night party, and the lineup was Trick Daddy, Luke, and I can't remember who the other one was. I'm sorry, but I couldn't remember who he was. But Trick Daddy made a very valid point. What did you expect that you was going to get with the lineup? And I think about some older people that still cannot accept that their time has moved on and there's certain things that you should be doing at your age. And you know, age ain't nothing but a number. But if you know that it's going to be a rap artist there, and they probably going to be saying some vulgar things, and you probably done been to a cute party too, you know, some vulgar things. But that's what the nightlife is. And if you felt that it was that terrible, why you didn't just leave? Why would you shut down the party for everybody? So I agree with Trick Daddy standing up for himself. I agree with everything that he said. He even talked about a conversation that he had with an older lady, and her daughter was there, and talk about how she was going to party and how she was going to go home. So I think that right there, I think he did right by defending his name, because they tried to make it seem like it was a bunch of old folks in a day party, but it was like whoever booked them should have been fired. No, if they was having a party that night and they was planning to party and have a good time, they picked the right people to perform. So hey, you know what you're looking for. And this wasn't even on my little lineup for today, because, you know, today is Easter and I had to go spend time with the family. But I got back home, and you know how I scroll on YouTube, and I was scrolling, and I saw that the Money dropped a video to Miss Jackson, but he renamed it something else. Can't remember what he renamed it, but the video was good. And I know people looking at it as it's a diss to 50, but I'm looking at it as he made a big impression on people. And to keep the momentum going, that he need to follow it up. And I think that he's thinking with a business mind. And as an artist of any kind, or a business person, or any type of leadership that you're going to evoke some change, you know that change is always evolving. You have to be able to adapt to it. And I think that he made his mark, and he didn't want it to fade. And he's, as Kendrick said, he's the blueprint. He's following the blueprint. Some other people need to follow the blueprint too. And I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to say good job, the Money. That was a good job. Taking the beef and everything out of it. He has a great creative mind. And I like that. Anyway, that's all I have for you this week. And I'll see you next week. Bye.
Hey, girl, let me tell you about this podcast.
Girl, everybody has a podcast these days.
But this one interviews new and interesting indie artists. It's called Indie Artist Music Hustle with Blunt Intelligence.
Really? Where can I find it?
It's on all podcasting platforms, streams live on social media, and on rpentradio.com.
What'd you say it was called again?
It's called Indie Artist Music Hustle with Blunt Intelligence.
Girl, I'm going to have to check her out.
Give it a check, girl.